It's a good place to figure it.
here's something interesting, and this kind of comes back to, I guess, a different topic. I grew up, and my dad didn't pay himself rent on the ground that he owned.
Right.
He just harvested it.
Yeah.
And I take a different approach where I own my farm as a business, and my land is in a different entity.
Pretzel Farms is the
Pretzel
farmer.
Farms is the operating. If I step away, Pretzel Farms is still an entity, operating entity. And then I invest in land personally. And so, and one of the smartest dudes I ever met told me, never put your land in your operating LLC just for protection.
Sure.
Because if a semi driver hits someone, kills someone in a car, it's your grain truck.
Yeah.
They're going to look at first, go for the assets of the LLC.
Yeah.
Anyway, now can they come after that? Yes, it's harder though.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to actually get a lawyer on here. I've got one in mind to talk about how to diversify and protect your farm and your personal self, your entities, etc. Different time.
Yeah.
You are not that man, Heath.
I am.
You are not the lawyer.
Thank goodness I am not a lawyer.
Oh, you'd have made a good one.
No, I couldn't cut it.
So what? And so I own some ground, and also, owner in Pretzel Farms.
Yeah.
And instead of, not paying, because I think, and that's bigger operations is probably more standard, but a smaller operation, you own the ground, you farm it, and you just deposit that grain check in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think we're robbing ourselves from reality, because you're going to pay someone else rent on ground.
Yeah.
And we not diving into the banking and money side of things much, but it's learning to value what you have equal to someone else's value they bring you. We go $1 to a bank should be $1 to us. We should treat it the same.
Yep.
And so I think that land that we own should be treated equally on the business side, equal to if it was rented ground.
Yeah.
Your entity can deduct the rent.
Yeah.
You get to decide the rent price. So that's, working with your landlord should be fairly simple. It's yourself.
Yep.
But I pay myself rent on the ground I own from Pretzel Farms.
Yep.
And so it is a cost that needs to be factored in to operations. And I see this more on smaller operations. I think people take the ground that they own and farm for granted. It's just there to farm and make me money. It is, but I think, especially now with crop prices not being great, I think being more intentional with things like this, especially on the tax planning side.
It's advantageous to take care of some of these perks, these loopholes, I guess, per se. They're not necessarily loopholes, but they are ways to benefit your farming operation and benefit yourself.
The day, and then having a will and a trust.
Yeah.
And, at 31 years old, what's going to happen to me? I'm in, we're in this age of I'm going to live forever. Woohoo. I don't know. I think we're both past that.
Yeah.
But in our 20s, we for sure,
absolutely.
I'm going forever.
Absolutely.
And it's just checking off some of these things. But the paying rent helps. Like I said, on the tax side, and I'm not an accountant, but it's helped me factor in profit and loss on ground, because you still got payments on the ground.
Yep.
You got insurance. Yep. You got maintenance and everything else you got to do.
Yep.
So anyway, that's right. Does that answer the $100 an acre? Guys, thanks for watching the content so far. If you would like to see more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got all the full-length podcasts, other video information, tutorials on there. Also on all the major podcast platforms and social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. So if you like this, go ahead and check more out on all those platforms.